Hello. We'll wait a minute for people to come on before we start. And um, we'll have all of you joining us for some meditation. So, hello. If you're here and you want to say hi, feel free to type hello or something in the comments. I love hearing from you. I love knowing who's here and where you're from. And probably some of you may have just been joining me on the Psychic Medium Squares page where we're, hello. Okay, so where is Hudson, Florida? Thank you for following me, Doris. Where is Hudson, Florida? Where is that? Let's see. This is cool. Where is Hudson, Florida? I don't know where that. I'm in Orlando, so I don't know where Hudson, Florida is. There's so many little towns in Florida that I've never heard of, even though I've lived here most of my life. Hi, Gaia. So thanks for following me, you guys, you all. Thank you for following me. I'm really trying to be so careful with my pronouns and stop saying you guys. So all of you, thank you for following me from the Psychic Medium Squares page over here. We'll wait another minute before we get started. So I really want to talk tonight about, and I should have between sessions, I should have gone to get my water, but I did. It's on the Gulf side north of Newport Richey. Oh, I know right where that is. Okay, thanks for explaining. I know right where that is. We used to spend a lot of time over there when my boys were younger for soccer and stuff. So, so if there's a town with a soccer field in it, we've been there. So tonight I want to talk about allowing. I want to talk about allowing with meditation because we've talked before about watching the thoughts go down the stream. So if you are in meditation, and I think a lot about, there's a couple of things I think are really important is building your space in your mind and allowing the thoughts. So I teach a lot in meditation about thinking like a lazy river water slide at a water park, and you can, if you like fell off your inner tube, you would go down the slide, and at the bottom of the slide there's a catch pool, and you would catch up with your tube, or whatever you dropped you would catch up with it when you got to the catch pool. And so I want to encourage you to envision something like a little stream or a lazy river that goes by you that has a catch pool down at the bottom, so that when you're done with your meditation, you know that all of your things are waiting for you, okay? And that you don't have to worry or make mental notes or whatever, because we spend so much energy. And I'm also personally a huge fan of things like on my phone, I have 2 different kinds of Post-it note apps because I'm a huge fan of that. We, especially women, we spend so much energy trying to keep organized lists in compartments in our head that we make it almost impossible for us to shut down even when we go to sleep. So finding places where you can write things down in a safe way that's like always with you. I'm also a big fan of an app called Penzu, Penzu, and I use Penzu for my newsletter, my blog posts, my articles I might be writing, whatever it is that so I don't have to worry about it, because I can operate Penzu from my computer, but I can also operate it from my phone. They're synced, makes life really easy. So anything that you can do that takes the pressure off of feeling we have to hold all this stuff in our head makes a huge difference. So starting with that. The other thing I think that makes a huge difference in meditation is beginning to create your mental space. So every time I meditate, I go through the same process. It's the same thing every time. In my mind, I am going down a series of stone steps. There are 10 stone steps. I come down to the bottom of the steps and I go through a little gate that has a stone arch, and it is a left turn through the gate. And once I go through the arch, everything opens up and it's an amazing, beautiful meadow with trees off in the distance. And to my right, about 100 yards away, is my Akashic temple, the temple of my personal Akashic records, where I can go to connect with my guides, with my Akashic guides, the record keepers. And straight in front of me, there is a stone bridge that goes across a small river, small stream. It's enough that I could wade across, but not so much that I could fish or drown, anything like that. And I go over the stone bridge, and on the far side of the bridge, there's a big field rimmed by trees. And once I cross the bridge, on my side, there is a series of chairs and big cushions on the grass next to the water. And that is where I usually sit in my mind to meditate. And I will start by watching the stream and watching all of the things go by. And I envision whatever thoughts that come into my head as a leaf on the stream. And I watch it go by, and I just, oh, there it goes. And I know it'll be waiting for me over by the gate, because that's where it's heading, is over towards the gate. I know it'll be waiting for me when I'm ready to go by the gate and climb back up the stairs. Because I've done this so often in my mind, I've gotten to the point where I can literally close my eyes. I start with my 3 conscious breaths. So we've talked about, and we'll talk about again tonight. I start with my 3 conscious breaths. And then I literally, your mind can operate so fast. I am down the stairs and through the gate. And if I'm going left or right, over the bridge, and I'm sitting on the big pillows on the ground. And when I go to meet with my spirit guides or loved ones, or if I want to catch up with, I often will go and catch up with some of our beloved pets that have transitioned. They will come to me from behind the bridge. So if I'm sitting over here, they will come out from behind the bridge. But I have created this space in my mind so that when I meditate, I'm going to the same place every time. I can do it in about 4 seconds. I can do it in about 40 minutes. I can take as much time to get into that space as I want. But when I'm in that space, I'm so focused on being in the space because I'm comfortable there, I'm safe there. I took the time to build it, and I can really receive information because I've gone to the same place over and over again. So it's something I want to encourage you to do. And if any part of my space sounds great or nice, please feel free to add it to your space. But I think it's important, if you're going to be a regular meditator, it is so helpful, and especially if you're a person who maybe deals with anxiety or stress on a regular basis, having a place where you can, in your mind, just go to that place and know that you're there, you're safe, and you can completely relax makes a humongous difference. And the more you use the same space over and over again, the easier it will be for you to fall into that meditation and really sink into it and allow yourself to really get into it. Meditation, even whether it's guided or not guided, the repetition makes a humongous difference. Okay, so begin to create. So I want to invite you to begin to do 2 things tonight, because I'm really trying to teach you as we go. So if you have questions about meditation, feel free to throw them in the chat. But I want to teach you and encourage you towards 2 different things tonight. One is the beginning of cultivating your own space. Okay, because I think we put a lot of emphasis on where are you in your house, or are you, where do you meditate in the same room? Do you sit in the same position? Do you whatever? And so today I'm in a different room. And that's okay, because you can meditate anywhere. But creating the space in your mind that is the same space that you're meditating in over and over and over again. So it doesn't matter where your physical body is. You meditate on a plane, a train, a bus, a boat, or whatever. Okay. So creating that space in your mind. So that's one thing I would like for you to focus on today. The next thing I'd like for you to keep in your mind today, or at least to allow it to just roll around when we meditate, to keep in your mind is, what is it that you are trying, that yourself is trying to tell you? So often people quit meditation because they just feel like they can't quiet the mind. Okay? And it isn't about quieting the mind. It is not about going brain dead or making a vacuous space, but it is about allowing your thoughts to flow without dwelling on them, letting them float by. But it's often a great idea, it's always a great idea to ask, what do I need to know from this that is for my highest and best good? So if you can start in your meditation, and I don't want you to go into your meditation and be like, okay, it's 6 paces from the gate to the bridge, and I'm going to have this. And this is not an architecture project, okay? This is a project about flow and about allowing things to come into you. And so I really encourage you to create and allow your brain to just wander and create your happy place in your mind, okay? So I'm going to grab our meditation music. And we're going to start with our 3 conscious breaths. I'm sorry I didn't have this keyed up before. I'm going to turn on my do not disturb, and we're going to put on our, yeah, that's the end of it. Okay. That's my favorite. Nope, that's not the right one. Oh, hang on. Recently played. There it is. Okay, that's my favorite. If you stick with me, you'll hear this one a lot. I love this one. Nope. Okay. So get comfortable. Get comfortable. How do you get to the point of completely relaxing? Meditation isn't about, let me pause this and answer. It's such a great question, Therese. Meditation is not about zoning out. It's not about like the relaxation that we find from massage. Okay. So for me, it isn't about meditation and relaxation are 2 totally different things to me. Meditation is about allowing and about communication. And through the act of consciously breathing and sitting quietly, we relax. We flood the body with oxygen, we relax. Okay. It's never about shutting everything out. But if you are having difficulty with that, putting yourself in a room where it's quiet. Now, when my kids were littler, I would often meditate in the closet because I had a walk-in closet. I have a walk-in closet, and I could go in there and close the door to my bedroom, close the door to my bathroom, and then there was the closet, and I could go in the closet and I could meditate in there. And even like 5 or 10 minutes, it was enough to at least keep me from trying not to kill them when they were younger boys. But it isn't about shutting everything out. It's about allowing your brain to shift into a different direction. When we're awake and we're doing our day, we're very much in the left brain, and meditation is about quieting that and shifting into the right brain so we can get different information flowing. Right. So I often will tell you to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth because that is something, even while you're breathing, my tongue is still on the roof of my mouth. So when we do our conscious breath and we breathe in, tongue, and tongue is still on the roof of the mouth. Because putting that tongue on the roof of your mouth occupies your left brain and allows your right brain to move. So it isn't about completely relaxing. It's about allowing, for me, in the way that I teach. So hopefully that helps. So we'll try that tonight. We'll see how that goes. So I'm going to put the music on, and I'm going to walk you through the first few minutes, and then I'm going to let you guys create your space and enjoy your space, and whatever your thoughts and feelings are and whatever information, if something continues to come into your mind, ask yourself, what do I need to know about this situation for my highest and best good? Because a lot of times we get these thoughts in our head and we just want to be like, stop. And I want you to understand that those things are coming in for a reason, and it's okay to engage them and say, what is it I need to know about this for my highest and best good? If it's the grocery list, it goes down the river into the catch pool. If it's the laundry, it goes down the river into the catch pool. I got to call my mom back, down the river to the catch pool. But other stuff that's coming in, things like, oh, I haven't thought about her in a while, or oh, I forgot about that, or things like that seem like they're coming in out of the blue. Oh, my camera just pooped out again. Those things are about allowing and putting in information that's, absorbing the information that's coming in. So, okay, can you all, I'm assuming you all can still hear me and see me, even though my camera has pooped out. I know it's a glitch in Facebook where the camera will run for a while and then it'll stop, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'm going to bring us back a few minutes before 7:30 so that you have the opportunity to share in the comments if you want. if you choose to, about what you may have received in meditation, or what kind of a space you've created for your happy space. So, okay, let me know, please, that you can still hear me and see me, and then we'll get started with the meditation. You are so welcome, Doris. All right, so we'll wait just a minute. Hopefully somebody will put a comment in that says, yes, we can see you, and then we'll be ready to go. All right, well, we'll start the music. I know the comments sometimes take a second. Oops. There we go. All right, so hopefully you can see me and hear me. And I would like for you to just sit in a comfortable way. There's no right or wrong way. If you can put your 2 feet flat on the floor, that's great. I never do. It's not my way. Just to be able to sit comfortably and to be able to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and to breathe in through the nose very deeply, as full of a breath as you can take, and hold that for a minute. And then exhale, fully using your belly muscles to really push that breath out of the body and feel that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Push that breath out until you are fully empty of air. Tongue on the roof of your mouth. And hold empty. And breathe in. Hold. And exhale. And if you need to use a different speed from me, feel free. It's fine. It's fine. And exhale completely, really getting empty in the oxygen. And we breathe in once more. Deep breath in through the nose. Really getting the air down deep into the lungs so it can be cleaned and cleared. Hold that. And exhale. And now continue to breathe in a way that is comfortable for you. You maybe even feel a little lightheaded from those 3 conscious breaths. And just allow that tongue to stay on the roof of your mouth as you just continue to breathe. And as you go and relax and sink into the chair, just breathe and allow the formation of your happy place. And any of those things that are thoughts in your mind that can wait in the catch pool, allow them to go right down the stream. Allow them to go right on by. We'll catch up to them later. But for now, focus on creating our happy space, our meditation space. And any thoughts that seem to come out of nowhere, that have a heavier weight or a higher relevance, ask them, what do I need to know about this situation for my highest and best good? And you just relax into your chair, hear the music, and just allow information to come to you, filtering what you don't need, embracing what feels right, surrounding yourself with beautiful white light as you create your happy space. And here I will leave you for just a few minutes. And then together we'll return. And now I want to invite you to take one more look around your happy space. And it is so fine if it is not complete. It took me years to build mine out the way I wanted it. And sometimes it looks a little different, changes with my mood. Keep looking around your happy space, satisfied with your progress. Because now it's time to bring our awareness back, to start to bring our awareness back to the room that we're sitting in, to take a breath, to wiggle your shoulders and your toes, and to just bring your awareness back. And I wanted to bring you back a little early today because I wanted to create the opportunity for us to talk a bit about the happy place that you created and what that looked like, and if any questions came up for that. And we talked about also allowing and asking the question, what do I need for my highest and best good? And so if you feel comfortable, and Shelley, I'm so glad you made it. If you feel comfortable, like you would like to share a little bit about what your happy place, what elements your happy place have, or what thoughts came for you, or if this meditation felt a little different because you were creating something, or if you were, some nice thunder on my end, or if there was some information that came through. And I think a lot of times we get caught up in meditation, like I can't turn off my brain, and so we just don't try. And so I'd like to lead you through these short 5-minute meditations because it's such a beautiful place to start. It's such a beautiful place to start, to be able to learn to control your thoughts. And one of the things I think is so important about meditation is that mental discipline of learning to control your thoughts, because our left brain, that logic brain, and it's controlled by the monkey mind and ego and lots of thunder. And it is often not very nice. And our ego brain and that inner child and the monkey mind, and call it whatever you want, it's very often not very nice. And we sometimes have a self-talk that we would never permit from another person. And meditation teaches you how to control your thoughts and how to turn off or ignore that monkey mind. And that's what that river is about. Letting those thoughts flow down the river, knowing that they'll be there later if you choose to pick them up if you need to. And allowing yourself to really immerse yourself in the thoughts that are coming from a higher place and a more constructive place. Chaya says, my happy place looks like a river overhead on a mountain. Climbing to the mountain and it's quiet, and a little river where you can put in your feet. Oh, I love putting my feet in the water. It's so cool and crisp, not too cold. And for the little fish that come up to see you, and sitting on the sand on a blanket and resting. That is so beautiful, Chaya. I love that. Finding a little brook up in the mountains, a mountain stream, that is beautiful. I know where my happy place is, Doris, but when I try to see it, I don't see it. Yes, it's absolutely normal. So last week on the Psychic Medium Squares page, we talked about the clairs. Oh, Chaya, that's wonderful. So I know where you are, Robin. That is definitely one of the happiest places. I know that pagoda. Such a beautiful place. Thank you. Oh, my heart just feels so happy just even thinking about our happy place. Doris, It's very normal because we talked last week in the psychic medium squares about the clairs. So we have clairvoyant, clairaudient, sentient, claircognizant, and you can have a knowing of, oh yes, I love the ocean, feet in the sand, absolutely, I'm a beach girl. But for Doris, you can know exactly where it is and you can feel that you're there without being able to visualize it in your mind. And so if you know it and you feel like you're in it because you know it, even without physically seeing it, that is totally fine. When I receive information from spirit, they will tell me things in so many different ways. Sometimes I'll see an image of a sock. Sometimes I hear the word sock. Sometimes I just know I'm supposed to say sock. I don't know what it's about, but I'm supposed to say sock. So there's no wrong way. But as you go forward and you continue to build your skills in meditation, you also are building your clairs. Okay, so this is why meditation is really important for doing more metaphysical work, because you're controlling your thoughts. So if visualization is something that's challenging for you, perhaps try starting with something very simple. For example, if I say to you, visualize in your mind an orange, the fruit, an orange. What do you see in your mind? If I say to you, visualize an orange, can you see that in your mind? And it may not look like a ball of orange color or light. It may just be in my mind a knowing that I'm perceiving an orange, even if I'm not physically seeing it in my mind's eye or in my physical eyes. Because when we're seeing these things, it's not with these eyes. It's with this eye and with the knowing that's behind our physical eyes. So when I say to you, visualize an orange, if you see the fruit in your mind, that's great. If you simply know that you're thinking and imaging an orange, that's great too. So there's not a wrong way. That's exactly. I feel and I know, but I don't see. That's fantastic. Learning which of your clairs is the strongest is the best place to start. And then over time, you can develop the others. So if you think and you know there's an orange there, try to continue to know it more tangibly. I see the orange. Now I need to bring color to it. Now I need to bring texture to it, that kind of dimpled skin. Now can I bring the smell of an orange? And you may still stay in the knowing, but you will begin to kind of flush that out and build more strength in your clairs. And the more you work with your clairs, the more strength and confidence you will build in all of them. That's something where we teach in our empathic awareness and understanding classes. We teach a lot about how to build into the clairs. So I want to thank you all so much for spending this time. I really try and keep us to 30 minutes. I want to thank you all so much for spending the time with me this evening. And if you would like to, you can hop back over in 30 minutes or 28 minutes over to the Psychic Medium Squares page, and Elias is going to be going live again this evening, and I think he's going with Dan this evening, who is our awesome angel and tarot card reader. He's amazing, and he also does the charmings, which is so cool. I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. As always, I'm so grateful to meet you from all over the world. And if you are enjoying what we're doing, please come back again next Wednesday. And if you like what we're doing here, please share me with a friend, share my page, share my website, share me. My goal is to get us, our next goal is to get our page, Community of Light, to 700. And then I'll be giving away another 30-minute free reading at that point as well. So thank you so much for spending time. Share me, share me. Mwah. So many blessings to all of you. Meditation is so important right now because there is so much that is stressing us out on a daily basis, especially in this country. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much, Shelly, for joining us. Thank you, Doris. Thank you, Chaya. Thank you, anybody who I missed. Thank you all for joining us, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Mwah. Blessings.